3 cheat codes I wish I knew when I was 21. We start off in life and we don't know what the hell we're doing, and we think we've got the answers and we think we know better, and we're just in such a rush to be an adult, to be mature, if you like, to have all these experiences where we're working and we've got a car and we're able to travel somewhere and we've got independence and go out with our friends and, with our partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And we're in such a rush. And, if anything, like as a human, you probably want to slow down a bit, right? I mean, you want to enjoy the journey more than the destination. And it sounds cliche or whatever, but it's true. It happens. We get so caught up in what's coming next and we forget to enjoy where we are right now. And that's something that it's easy to tell someone that when they're 21 or 20 or 19 or 18 and they want more, right? It's easy to tell them that. Slow down. And they probably won't listen. But these 3 tips, I really believe in them wholeheartedly. They will absolutely change your experience, make you a better person, and give you more back to your life than some other behaviors like maybe drinking a lot or doing drugs, and these things can really help you and set you up for the future as well. So let's dive right into it. Okay. I think the biggest one on this list, I mean, they're all of equal importance, but the first one for me, this is a massive cheat code, is reading. When I was 21, I didn't read enough. And that's something that if I had read more back then, I would have more knowledge of the world now. So the more knowledge you can just gain as you accumulate years and time and experience, the better, right? So if you just dedicate yourself to reading, and that can be, like I said, fiction or non-fiction, it's going to open your mind. It's going to expand your mind. You'll become more creative, a better communicator. You'll be a better listener. You will be able to generate ideas quicker. You will be able to speak to people better. You will be able to have more energy. You'll be more precise in the way you communicate. You will have ideas, read as if tomorrow doesn't exist. Like devour everything that you can get your hands on. Okay. Just fiction or non-fiction, it doesn't matter, right? Out of the stories will come ideas, and that could ignite a spark in you for something that you want to do with your life, or an idea for a business, or something that you can dedicate yourself to and hopefully bring into existence into the world, right? And it will keep you thinking of how other people relate through this world. It will keep you thinking about other people in this world and how they perceive ideas, and you'll be able to connect better with people. All right. I've certainly noticed when I started reading more is that I become a better listener, a better communicator. You just you learn more words. You become more creative in the way you speak, and you're able to understand more. There's certainly words that I've come across years ago that I didn't know the meaning of, and I had to go to the dictionary or I had to go to Google to find out what's going on here. What's this word? What does it mean? And then that word's kept coming up. It's kept coming up, and I've noticed that over time in books. Oh, wow, I learned this word like 10 years ago. Now it's everywhere. So just your knowledge of language and your ability to communicate, this could ignite something in you, and it might help you to start a business. It might not, but at the very least, you will be way more well-read, more about the way how people think, different lifetimes via fantasy or science fiction, for example. But it doesn't have to be fiction. It can be non-fiction as well. You can learn a lot from reading about people who are successful, people who are great, athletes, actors, musicians, politicians even, if you like. You can learn a lot from biographies and learn a lot about how other people did things and how they got to where they are in life and how they were able to craft something out of nothing. This is what we're all kind of aiming for in life, isn't it? I mean, we're all trying to create something out of nothing. Everything in our world existed once in someone's mind. The car, the plane, a wheel, a tire that goes in your car. It seems so simple now and so run-of-the-mill. A spoon, a metal spoon, existed in somebody's head. That was the technology of the day. That was seen as new. And now we take all of that for granted, right? And we take all these experiences for granted. Like if we've had a problem in life, you can bet your bottom dollar that someone else has experienced something similar to that. Someone else has encountered that problem way before you. There'll be a book on it. Someone will have written about it. There will be a blog somewhere about it. There will be a book, some paper on it. There will be something that you are struggling with right now that someone in the past, could be 6 months ago, Could be 6 years ago, could be 60 years ago, could be 100 years ago. Somebody has struggled with that problem in existence. There have been billions of people. You're not the individual that you think you are, all right? The experience that you're going through is individual to you, but that experience has been lived by many others before you, many, many others before you. So at the very basic level, and we read about others, about their dreams and their ideas and the spark that was in their mind. That's so motivating. It's so inspiring. It makes you believe there is more available for you, and there is more available for you. So that is like a big, big one. Get reading at a young age. When you're 21, read as much as you can. Be voracious in that and devour everything. All right. So the next one would be like money. Don't let money influence you into whether you should do something or whether you shouldn't do something, or whether you have the means to get it, to get on a course, or find a way where money doesn't matter. Now, I know that's easier said than done, especially if you've not come from a privileged background, if you've not come from even like a wealthy background, if you haven't got a lot of help financially or support financially. Of course, that sounds hard and it sounds harsh. But what I'm trying to say here is, if there's a school that you can go to and it costs you $20,000 a year, and there's an opportunity that you can capitalize on in your hometown, for example, and it's only going to cost you, say, £200 or £300 a year, or you go to classes instead, or night classes, or there's another way, or there's online classes. Don't let money stop you from getting what you want. Some of the richest people in the world right now, at one time, they were some of the poorest people in the world. They were living in a high rise. They were living in a block of flats, and they had little money. They didn't know where their next meal was coming from, and now they're millionaires. I'll use the basketball player, LeBron James, as an example. He was living with his mum. She was a single parent. They were living in poor circumstances. He's a billionaire now after a lengthy, very successful NBA career. He is a billionaire. Sorry. Yeah, he is a billionaire now, right? And he came from nothing. And he's done extremely well, regardless of his situation. And he had talent, and he capitalized on his talent, and he worked hard on his talent. So don't let money affect you or your lack thereof, all right? Because things can turn around at any second, at any moment. You just got to keep putting the work in and keep investing in yourself. So, and that goes hand in hand with reading, right? I mean, don't wait on the money to come, but at the same time, push yourself and learn and grow and achieve and learn a skill, and just keep reading and keep reading from different sources. The next point, my final one, would be to work out consistently. I've played basketball from a young age, when I was like 13 years old, and that was my main form of exercise. Now, I didn't really go to the gym or anything outside of that, but I would do sort of isolation. I would do isolation exercises to improve certain parts of my game that were lacking, right? So I felt I wanted to increase my vertical jump, which is obviously an important skill in basketball, an important element in the game, right? And I would do calf raises and squats like crazy to try and improve my vertical jump. And it did help a lot, but I didn't go to the gym. I didn't lift weights a lot. So when I got a little bit older, I was playing less a little bit. However, I was in the gym more. Now, if I can wholeheartedly say, if I'd worked out consistently, and I've had better times and I've had worse times, and I've had better times where my body was in better shape. And right now, if I know for a fact, if I'd kept going, I would be better physically than I am right now. I've had an injury this year, and that was, I tore my Achilles tendon playing basketball, actually. So that was really tough. And that just happened in July. I'm still rehabbing and recovering from that. And hopefully I'll be jogging and running soon and be able to jump, etc. soon, and make those kind of quick cuts and quick explosive movements that basketball demands of you. But I know that when I am consistent with working out and I'm moving my body and I'm achieving more physically, that I feel better about myself. I'm more relaxed. I'm a better listener. I'm certainly better in conversations. I have much more energy. I sleep better. I eat better as well, because you choose to eat better. You don't want to waste energy that you put into working out. So you just naturally seem to eat better and make healthier choices when it comes to your meals, right? I'm generally more excited. And this is a thing that if you start when you're 21 or 19 or 17, 18, whatever, and you're pushing your body, and it can be in many ways. Like at the moment, I'm doing calisthenics, push-ups, squats, working on pull-ups, kettlebells I'm using as well, resistance bands. You're doing all these different modalities and working on a cross-trainer rowing machine. You're learning different skills, right? and flexibility. You do yoga, you play a sport. It's all going to help you to develop yourself. And I've talked about not worrying about money, and I've talked about our physical health. And those are the sort of three things that I wish I knew when I was 21. And they are cheat codes. They really are cheat codes because they help you to bypass a lot of life's problems just by simply doing them. When you start to do them and get to a level where you're really efficient and you're really pushing yourself with not worrying about money, but looking for opportunities, right? Regardless of your situation in life, regardless of what finances you have or don't have. When you combine that with pushing yourself physically, you can't be stopped. You will turn into a superhuman, if you like. You will become so in love with yourself and so happy to be who you are and the path that you're on, that your life will start to change in so many ways. You will start to give out a better energy in the world. You will feel more relaxed. You will be more consistent. You will be a harder worker. It will want to make you work harder and harder and push yourself to be greater. You will inspire other people. Will look at you from years ago and see that you're a different person. These are things that can be non-toxic and a really great way for you to manifest what you want out of life, and also a great way for you to inspire yourself and others around you, but mainly to inspire yourself to think differently. Because when we do all these things, when you work out, you're using your brain as well. So you're gonna have ideas that come to you at different times of the day, whether it's in the shower, you're walking down the street, getting your steps in, and when you're reading as well, it's the same thing. It's like you're engrossed in a book, whether it's a fiction, it's a story, it's a fantasy, it's science fiction, or it's you're trying to learn a skill about habits or whatever it is about business or a certain skill that you're trying to level up on and achieve. You're reading about mathematics, whatever it is, you're going to take that, you'll be immersed in that. And then when you go away, your brain will like start to try and find ideas, start looking for opportunities, start to see the world differently. And yeah, so if I was 21, I would be concentrating on reading daily, working out daily, and not worrying about money. Don't give a crap about money. Forget about money. It's easy to say if someone's rich, but if you're, even if you're not rich, don't worry about money. Money will come. Follow the passion, keep working on yourself, keep finding ways, keep looking for avenues where you can be successful. With that, I'll leave you. Hope this video was helpful.